Hi, everybody. Hopefully you can hear me tonight. Last night we had some issues last night with audio. So if you can hear me, please let me know in the chat. Hey, Marla. Marla, can you hear me? I'm trying to get this mic on. Okay. That looks really attractive. Okay. Can you hear me, Marla? Yes. Okay. We're going to be jumping right into things tonight. I'm going to shine not only on me, but on the surface we're going to be working on here. Marla, thanks for joining as usual. If you're watching on the replay, be sure to jump on in and say hi and let me know where you're watching from. But otherwise, Marla, we're just going to dive into it tonight. So let's get going. Okay, here is the top of the Ugly Side Bureau. So this used to be your basic 70s fake brown veneer. And if you've watched any of the other videos, you'll see that, and it's not necessary for you to watch the other videos, but what I've been doing is I've been using this watercolor. It's not watercolor, sorry. This is decoupage paper. I think of it as watercolor because this just reminds me of watercolor here, the pattern in the background. So I've got Made by Marley's 4-ton decoupage paper here. I've got a little bit of an inlay peeking through here. And it looks like I've got plant paint splatter too, which is totally fine. And so this is my last side to work on. If you want to see what the other sides look like, you can always check the other videos before this, but everything's always changing. And what I want to do tonight is I'm going to be continuing with using the Collage de Fleur. I'm going to be picking out some of these IOD transfers, which stylistically is so different than the decoupage paper. So that was kind of what I was challenging myself with, is what will it look like when I use, I'm sorry, I'm looking for my transfer brush, but what will it look like when I use, here it is. What will it look like when I put two very different things next to each other? And then the paint I'm using is called DIY paint. And there are many fine stockists that you can find online. But I'm going right in here for the biggest blossom right here. Now, what I know I want to do off the top of my head is that I've got these very distinct lines here, and I know I'm going to be using flowers to break that up so I don't have these super straight lines right here. So we'll be looking at something like this. So when I'm looking here is at this, in this decoupage paper, you kind of got this reddish orange here, which you also have a little bit in here. But, oh, and then that right there, does anybody know what that is? It's a mistake. A transfer got away from me there. So anyways, but look at these. These are just so beautiful. I just love these flowers so much. And I think they kind of go. I think they go more like if I could have like a red one here, but I could have these beautiful blossoms. Whoops. Kind of maybe in different places around here. And then I got this really beautiful one right here. I don't even know what kind of flower this is. Is anybody there? Marla, do you know what this is? Whoops. What is that? I have no idea what kind of flower that is. All right. Like I said, we're just jumping on in here. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Happy to answer any questions you have. Kind of challenging myself to see how much I can actually get done in 10 minutes if I don't talk too much. But look, that would look really pretty right there. Kind of breaking through this inlay in the back. And then I got these big blossoms here, but I am feeling like, I don't know, let's see here. Now I've got this spin wheel one here, but I don't think it really goes with anything here. And then this right here, I'm not sure. Kind of feel like this reddish one would go pretty well. But let's just start with this one right up here. I'm gonna move this out of the way. I know I want this here, and I know I want something breaking through in here, but I don't know if that's it just yet. And I know I want something kind of coming out of the corner that's gonna cross that line. And I still have some pretty distinct line over here. So I might be doing like a cascade of flowers or something like that. But for now, we're gonna start up here with this one. Trying to think of what it would look like. Also, like layering like this. Let's get this. Okay, I can't totally have an idea. There is a transfer underneath here, but that I accidentally got a transfer on top of this. I think I'm cutting this right. We'll find out in a minute. All right. That's really pretty. This one to me seems to have a little bit more pink in it. Okay, we'll get back to that. But we could do something like layer it, something like that, or sorry guys, you're catching me thinking on the fly here. Now, let's see here. I think this is right. I mean, we could do, just ignore that right there. But we could do something like that also. Okay, let's get going. Marla does not know what kind of flower it is. I don't know either. Someone will pop on and tell us at some point. Okay, well, let's get going. Just make sure there's no dirt or anything on top here. I actually don't think I put a top coat on this, but this should work pretty well. Okay. All right, let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens when we use two very different styles. It's not even like this type, like one's decoupage and one's a treasure, but just very stylistically, they're very different from each other. Let's see what we get here. If you haven't used a transfer before, let me know in the comments any questions you might have. But it's about as easy as it looks. It's really not that complicated. The first time you might try a transfer, it might just seem a little bit intimidating, but then you see how easy it goes on. You hear that noise? That is the noise of a transfer going on. And there's little cheats too. So like watch this edge right here. I can kind of come up in here and take this transfer, and I'm holding this down really hard right here where the transfer, you see where it's dark and where it's light? So where it's dark, it hasn't transferred yet. So I'm just coming in here and I'm holding this down really hard, and I'm pulling the paper taut up against it. And look at that. You see what's happening there? We're gonna get this here. You have to be a little bit careful because they are a little bit delicate. I'm a very heavy-handed, rough person. And if I can get a transfer down without messing it up, so can you. Oh, oops. I spoke too soon. We'll see if I mess that up in a second. You guys can see I can't. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, look. All right. All right, one down. All right, one down. So we've broken that line. We've kind of got this blue. We need to break this up right here. We'll do that with something smaller. And I want to break this up in here too. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this. No, I think we need a bigger flower in here, like this, kind of coming in. That could work because on the other sides too, these guys, this is kind of framed by flowers. All right, let's try that. Let's do this big guy down here and see what happens there. Okay. Marla, how are you doing today? What is going on in Florida? I have not seen weather for you guys there. All right. Now I got these two buds. Okay, this will work. See how it's kind of, I love this. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I've placed the flower down. It's got the leaves. It's totally breaking up this line right here. It's breaking up this line down here, and it's pretty, it's got these buds kind of coming up in here. So I think this is, I do say so myself, pretty darn perfect. Well, let's put it on and see what happens. Okay, so this will be interesting because I'm going over an inlay over here and decoupage over here. So let's see what happens. Then I got this thing right here, which is a transfer that I accidentally transferred on top of this element right here. I know that sounds kind of confusing, but let's just say I messed up. Is the explanation why that looks so confusing. All right, whoops. Let's see. And Marla, language, Marla. Marla and I like to curse. I had a feeling if Marla and I met in person, we would probably scare some people away with our potty mouths. Okay. Well, I'm sorry that it's another shitty day. I've actually been horizontal most of the day. I think I caught some kind of bug, and I'm just hoping it's like a 24-hour bug. All right, you guys can see that. Yeah, there's a little bit of glare. Let's see here. There. No, the glare's gone. All right, we're going to leave that section for last, and we're going to come up in here. The other thing too, when you're doing transfers, is you want to kind of keep moving in the same direction. So I started down here. I'm going to kind of keep moving in this direction. Let me get this little spot right here. Let's see if I can use my little trick down here. Yes, I can. Okay. All right, that's looking pretty good. All right. I like to think I'm funny, Marla. I had the kind of humor that used to embarrass my kids, but now it's really hard to embarrass them. They just pretend like they don't know me. All right, we're getting there. Look, this flower is going down really fast. So look, transfers, you can put them on top of decoupage, you can put them on top of paint inlays. Voila. Okay, now you guys see what I did there? You see how this flower pretty expertly is tying in 3 different areas here. And then it's kind of calling out to this flower up here. So let's keep going. And I'm just kind of coming in here, and I think I did that up here. This helps. This is just the grid paper that's on there, and you just kind of use it to smooth down and make sure there's no bubbles. And we're done. Okay, now I know we still need to do some stuff up here, but what I want to do next is think about, this is the front facing you guys here. So what's Marla saying? Oh, wow. You decoupage a lot of boxes. Is that what you did, Marla? Oh, with transfers. Okay. Yes, keep your mind busy. That is what you should do. All right, help me. You can help me and keep your mind busy. All right, so this right here could look really cool right along this seam right here, like this. But I have to be pretty exact going down the middle there, but I think I can do that. All right, let's do it. Let's see what happens. I think one of the best things, there's so many good things about doing art. As Marla pointed out, like it's keeping her busy. Marla is going through some pretty heavy duty grieving. I hope that's okay to say, Marla. And art is helping her keep her mind busy. And sometimes that's the best, we can hope for. And she's creating at the same time. Something's happening somewhere there. I like to experiment, and I like the freedom. It's my art. But if I don't like this, I can assure you somebody else will come along that will fall in love with this. And it'll fit right in with whatever they've got going on. And I was saying yesterday, I like what I'm doing, but I'm not sure I like the whole thing. So I feel like that's where it's either going to be tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, but that's where we're going to bring in adding some details to this. I got some, if you guys watch Made by Marley Leo, she's been using Posca pens. Oh, look at that. That turned out really nice. That's kind of doing the same thing that's happening over here, right? I got the flower covering a little bit of the decoupage and then meandering over here into that. So I'm liking that. Okay, so this for me is coming together. And what I was just saying about the Posca pens is like Lil uses them to outline her, like make details and stuff like that. Super important. I think to do stuff like that with your art. And I would like to try the Posca pens on this, but I'm not sure if it's going to be the right medium for it or the right style. It might be a little bit too much. Okay, let's come back. And now I've got these three elements here, and I'll come in. Got some more big flowers I want to get down here. I also have some vines that could look good up here. I think, where would I put a vine? Let me grab it. Marla, you can give me some ideas here. Let's see. Okay, give me one sec. I gotta reach over here. Okay, so I've got this vine. And this vine is along the base around the bottom of this. I don't know if it's really going to fit in here. It's going to look kind of like, I'm going to be too divisive, and we've already got some divisive things going on here. So I'm going to pass on that. We can come back and see later. Now I got this line here I kind of want to cover up, and I can do that with this flower right here. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just talking like I've got stereo speakers plugged into my head. So you guys can kind of hear what I'm thinking when I do this. It's just like listening to ADHD probably, or something similar. Like my brain is just going like a million miles an hour on top of this. And I didn't have anything planned beyond putting these flowers down on top. So, okay. Marla's so nice. She says, I think you're doing a great job. Thank you, Marla. Yeah, so it's looking really pretty so far. Gosh, I mean, when I look at it here on the screen, and because I'm looking at it upside down, and that's another little trick about art, is it should look good upside down. Like the composition should make sense upside down. But when I look at it this way, gosh, I'm just loving it. Okay. And Marla's saying she's used Poscas before. Okay. Hi, Bafta. Do you want to come here and say hi? Come here and say hi. Can you guys see Bafta? He's very curious about what's going on here. He's like, who is she talking to now? I got up at my usual like work day time this morning, which is like around 5:36, and had some coffee, did some accidental art maker stuff. Like I'm working on the email for tomorrow. It's going to go out, and had some breakfast with my husband. And then all of a sudden I wasn't feeling that good. And I actually went back to bed and I fell asleep, Marla. I took like a 2-hour nap. I started like at 10:30 and I woke up right close to 1. And I never do that unless like there's something going on, like a virus or something. I can't remember the last time I took a nap. It was probably when I was sick. And it's hard for me to take naps. Like it's hard for me to sleep in general. But taking a nap is like gold. All right, here we go. Stop talking, Sharon. Get back to work. Get that flower down. All right. That's my brain scolding me. All right, here we go. How's it looking? Okay. Oi. Almost there. Okay. This leaf is going to go around the end. She's going to go off up there. Okay. Yes, Marla, that's my dog, BAFTA. He's half sheepdog and half poodle. And he's probably the most protective dog I've ever had. Yes, he's back. He hears me talking about him. BAFTA, come say hi to Marla. Come here. What do you think of the art? What do you think? Here, let's get you on the big camera so Marla can get a better look at you. Say hi. Say hi. Say, I like to do art too. Yes. Say hi. Look over there. Yes. Yes, BAFTA Boo. That's his nickname. He's a very good boy. All right, I'm loving this. Let's get back to making art, BAFTA. Okay. Yes, so that's BAFTA. Whoops, wrong one. I wanted to agree with you, Marla, that I think it's looking great. I'm just loving this. Yes, BAFTA's such a sweetheart. He's such a sweetheart. Okay, do not go back there, BAFTA, because you're gonna knock over the camera. All right, so now what is next? I mean, I'm kind of liking this the way it is. I'm looking up here at the screen because I can look at it right way. Like, okay, well, we need one more flower. What do you think, Marla? One more flower? I think we need one more flower. Okay. I think we need one more. I kind of like this blue channel. It's pretty much going all the way from top to bottom. So I know I don't want to block that. And I like that the bird is like kind of flying through the air here. And I could come in here with like some dark blue and like do some shadowing here. But I do need one more flower. That is what I'm thinking. Marla, tell me what you think. Okay. Now we've got 2 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these. I could do 1 more of these. But then I've also got, it could be quite the surprise. Let me pull it out here for you guys. We could do something like that. And that would look super different than the other flowers. This would also, these I think would look too different. I think that's too big. Now I could cut this down if I want to, but I want to save this for something where I can use it all together. Let's just see what happens. So we got that here. If I do this here, that looks kind of dorky. Kind of come in at an angle like that. Okay, let's see. I'm not convinced. What else do I have here? Okay. Marla, you said yes. Yes to what? Yes to this? You like the gold yellow one. Oh, this one. You like this one. All right, we'll kind of see what it looks like. I'm reading about your son. He always had sheepdogs. I have never had a sheepdog before. I've had so he's a sheepadoodle. I've had dogs that, like the Labradoodle. I've had one of those. He recently passed away. He passed away, gosh, I want to say September or August. And we had him for a while. He was like our family therapist. But sheepdog, like he definitely has it. Just like I read up on sheepdog, he definitely has like a sheepdog personality. He always has my back. Like if I'm standing in a room, even when I'm talking to my husband, he'll come and stand in between me and whoever's talking to me. If I'm working out in the yard, he'll come stand at my back and like literally have my back. It's really crazy. Okay, so this is the one you said you like, I think. He does herd me. Yes. He herds me. He herds me for sure. Okay, let's see. Okay. You like this one. Do you like it for the bottom? It just seems kind of floating. I could wrap it down around the side. Or I could do that. I could totally carry that down around the side. So like if you were imagining, so if you look at these grid lines right here, and if I were to line these grid lines up with the camera right here, I could have it kind of close to this right here, like that. And just imagine this kind of going down the side. I don't know. This is where I get a little bit flustered. Okay. I don't know. What's Marla thinking? Bring it closer to the bird. Okay. Like, are you thinking about it something like this? Cut the leaves. I don't want it popping into the bird because that just be kind of free floating there. But I don't know. I feel like it competes with the bird. I want the bird. I feel like the bird's kind of, your eye goes to the bird here. Right? Oh, you like it right here. I don't know, Marla. All right, I'll try it. I'm here to experiment. Okay, we'll try it. I'm a little bit nervous, Marla. I'm not gonna lie. But I trust your judgment. Okay. So I have the green leaves coming in. Could just, I don't want to, oh, we could do it like that. I don't want it breaking up too much of the bird. So I'm looking at the camera here. Let's see. Can I? See, this is what happens when you say you're going to do 10 minutes of art. You end up doing like 30. Okay. I don't like it next to that pink. What's she saying? I think it does too. When I look at it like this and I don't have the white paper blocking it, I just don't, I think what I'm going to do is move this leaf. Okay, so let me show you guys something else here. So I do like that. I don't want this leaf because this leaf is kind of cutting into the bird's face. So I'm putting this transfer back on top of the white paper I just peeled it off of. And I'm going to come back in with my scissors here and I'm cutting this leaf out. And I will incorporate it someplace else here. But this way I don't have the bird the bird's face can kind of stay free. Okay, so there's my leaf there. And then now I come back in here like this. See, now I can have a little, I feel like I have a little bit more flexibility. Like, could be pretty close. Okay, let's try that. What do you think, Marla? What's Marla saying? Cut the leaf. Awesome. We're on the same wavelength, Marla. All right, now I'm committed. I am committed. Okay. Once I put a transfer down, I don't think I've ever tried to, I don't think you can really remove it. You can cover it up with another transfer, but you really can't remove it. And this is a commitment for sure, but I trust Marla. It's good to have create art too. I like what this other thing I like about creating art here online is that, especially with Marla, because Marla's got a good eye, but like kind of getting some encouragement to think differently than what I would normally do, because you learn something. All right, here we go. What is Sharon going to learn today? I was scared of these colors. I was scared of the placements. It doesn't look good. It's all Marla's fault. But like I said, I plan on putting together a bunch of furniture for the fair in the summer, and I know this will sell. This will make someone happy. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. All right, you hear that noise? There we go. Oops. Oh, Marla, you were right. Look at that. It's so pretty. It looks really good, Marla. Okay, Marla was right. This looks fantastico. And then it's like, I think these colors play off each other too, like this orange and yellow in here. Okay, now do we want to bring this leaf back in? No, I want to keep that channel open right there. Okay, we will just see this leaf for another flower. Okay, so now, what do you think, Marla? Is it done? I think this might be good, a good stopping point. Yes, it is. You can take it. What do you mean? Cut the leaf. All right. Yes, we do think alike in many ways. But I think, Marla, what do you think? Like, I think I'm at a good stopping point. I've got like the little purple flowers I can add in, but I'm kind of feeling like I'm good. Like this is a good stopping point. Do you think it needs anything else? Let's see. Marla can take it. She can take being blamed, but you also get credit for this one, Marla, because I think this looks really pretty. I don't know. Do you think it's done? Like, do you think the major components are there? I'm just looking at it here on the screen, and no, you don't think it's done. You think it needs something else. Okay. Okay. All right. I think now Marla's saying yes, and I think I'm saying the correct thing, which is it is not done yet. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna reach over here to my secret arsenal. I don't want to do anything big, but I do have like these pretty flowers over here. Okay. All right. So now, whoops. Oh, you think it, okay. I was misinterpreting Marla. She's saying it doesn't need anything else. All right, but now that I'm here, and now that I'm looking at these flowers, which I do have sprinklings of, like look at this. This could just kind of pop in over up here. And then I've got another one of these. I've got some green leaves. But this, I think, would look good up here. No, but then I have these right here. So I could do this up here, and then I could just have these kind of breaking up. Oh, I got this angle right here. I forgot all about this. Okay, with this, that would work. That could work. That could work. And then it's going to break up. It's like where the paper's cut, I didn't rip it. So one of the things, yeah, Marla's saying she doesn't think it needs anything, but I don't know if you can see it here. It's hard to see right here, but like you can see the distinct shape where the paper's cut. I'm just thinking I could just do something like that to break it up. And then this, I still like this coming in from the side over here. And then it kind of breaks up the decoupage up here. Even up here in this corner, breaking up this element. Okay, let's try that. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to call it good. Then I'm going to have to stop, because if I keep going, then something will get messed up. Okay. See, now I can overlap, which I think will look pretty. I got this little blue. Okay, I'm going to do that. Yeah, you need to talk to me. Hey, anytime, you don't have to come on the camera, Marla, but you could totally just join and have your camera off and then just join by audio. And Marla, you know what? We've actually only talked live that very first day when I called you to see if you had made a mistake with your order. Do you remember that? I think I woke you up from a nap and I felt really bad. All right. Let's see here. All right, we're bringing you in up here. All right, if you're watching this on the replay, I'm really curious to know what you guys think about these two very different styles being combined here. Like this decoupage that's very watercolory. But to me, this is like, it's like a beautiful, amazing illustration, borderline photographic. I should look up how the original art was done for this, but my guess is it's, I want to say acrylic. All right. Yeah, Marla, I'll start a new series and I'll call it Marla and Me. Instead of Marley and Me. Okay. All right, get in there. This one little tip of the flower. I think I got it. Did I get it? Yes, I did. All right. Here we go. I like that. See, now here's something else I like. And I don't know if there's like an actual technical artistic term for this. I mean, we have the general composition. Okay, and this probably sounds really weird, but I really feel like there's energy going this way. Like your eye line goes this way. And then I think, you know, and that comes back up this way, like your eyes traveling a certain way, and you're kind of not even aware that it's happening. But I'm really pleased with this. There's still some things that need to be done. Tomorrow night, we will be looking at adding details, because now I've got my front and my sides and my top kind of done, and they do definitely look alike. But are there small details that I can add that will totally tie this whole thing together? Like, should I put words on it, for example? I can have the letterpress stamps, and I can write, I don't know, a line of poetry or something, or one words that are just like mysterious, like, you know, ghost spell or something like that. I don't know. But, or I could come in with more paint, and I could kind of come in here and get some shadows in here and kind of give it maybe a little bit more energy so it pops. So there's a lot of different things that we can still do to kind of tie this whole piece together. And then just so you know, it's probably hard to tell, especially looking from this angle, but there's little pieces of decoupage paper I did not do a good job getting down, and it's kind of coming up a little bit. So I need to do some little fixes here and there. I need to do a little bit of sanding of decoupage paper where the different drawers are. So like there's some fine tuning. I'll probably do that off camera and make some reels out of them so you guys can catch that there. But like I said, I think for tonight we're good. I'm going to sleep on it, and then we'll come back tomorrow and I'll have some ideas on what I want to do. So let me get this back up here. Yeah. Or I was saying wonderful movement to the top. Yeah, I always like that. And so because when this is going to be like a side table, right? And this is what people are going to be, they're going to be seeing the front, and they're going to be seeing this most of all. And so, you know, someone might want to put a lamp on it, so there's some room for that. But I mean, I think it's really coming together really nice, and I'm beginning to like it. So that's another thing that happens. I'll go in and out of liking what I'm doing. And I think that's just a natural part also of being an artist. So, all right, folks, that's it for me, Sharon, the accidental art maker. I'm wrapping up tonight. I'm never doing this camera angle again because I look so fat. I have to do shoulders up. Yeah, menopause and COVID, deadly combination for the scale. All right, folks. But I am enjoying making art with you. Please join me later on. Catch it. If you can't join when I'm going live, come in and watch the replay. Get some ideas. I hope this is encouraging you to be curious and experimental in your art and enjoy yourself. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye, everybody. Bye, Marla.